So when you have your baby, they move around a lot, yes, and it's normal that they move around a lot. But when you get into your late third trimester, there are some flags that you could see for malpositioning. For example, ideally you want a baby to be in an anterior position and not in a posterior position, just to make labor easier. There's been multiple studies and evidence-based labors where when you have a posterior baby, which is a back-to-back baby, the labor is longer. You have a very long early labor, often stops and stalls, and back pain often is very common. So there's things that you can do to avoid this in pregnancy. Ideally, you want to start early on, minding your position, the way you sit, the way you lay down, the way you rest, and optimize baby space that is available in your womb. So, for example, the ligaments that you have attached to your uterus, your main muscles, and all those type of things. There's some debate going on whether a baby that's with the back on the right but still anterior, so forward facing, is less good than having a baby that's on the left the same way. So it's an ROA or an LOA baby. My studies and my findings, if you can promote with your baby on the left, then try and aim for that, because it will have the shortest rotation usually, and the chin is nicely tucked like this, in which case you'll have the shortest diameter of the head, rather than when you have a baby on the right or back to back, their heads are often flexed and you want the chin down. Yes, we'll get you a broodje. The uterus is not a round shape, it's more steep on the right. So when your baby is on the right, like my baby is now, their back is often more straight, which leads to a neck being like this, rather than when you're on the left, it's curled up and you're more like automatically with your chin tucked in. So these are all little things that you want to pay attention to. If you're a little bit further along and the babies get heavier, obviously gravity will be in force and it will pull babies back towards your back. This is when, hold on, just gotta cross the street. This is when you're reclining, or you're slouching, not sitting upright. All of these little things that we're so used to doing, because we sit a lot these days compared to back in the days, promote a posterior baby, which you want to avoid, because you want to have an easy labor and a smooth labor, and ideally a quick one with not too many hassles and not too many interventions. So what you can do, you want to do it from early. So when I get back, I'll make a video on how to determine what position your baby is in, how you can keep track. Spinning Babies has an excellent tool called belly mapping, which is also fun to do with your partner. Maybe you can get a little bit obsessed by it, but it's nice because you get to know your baby and your baby's routine and those type of things. So stay tuned and we'll be back.